So first up, we're going to be checking out Hunter the Parenting's Chapter 5.2 Werewolf Lore, Big D and Kitten's Unveiling of the Garou. We've seen quite a large section of this so far, and oh, dude, every little bit of step of the way. It's the discovery of the decade or the century by Fatigue and, well, I guess Vernon, because his dad's in here, and it's Chronic Fatigue. His dad's name is Chronic Fatigue. Or Fatigue. I just got the joke name. I've spent more time hearing that and not realizing what the joke was that I'm going to acknowledge. We're just going to pretend that never happened. Let's jump right into it and see how bad this gets, because as much as I'm loving this, the undertone of the other shoe is about to drop is probably accurate, because we're about to be at the Valley of Friendship. I'm sure nothing bad will happen with wolves biting people. That's fine.
What is your take on Chronic?
Tiring?
Elder Fatigue? He seems to be a great proponent of traditional values. And you know what I think about traditional values.
Although considering he's probably older than the tradition those values come from.
Next record, Ravine of Friendship.
Here we go.
Flies.
Okay, so the flies are still going. Were the flies the worm trying to keep him from the Garou, or were the flies a ghost trying to not fuck with him? Because so far we've seen flies now and giving signs, and I just...
There we are.
Is it worm or wraith?
Hello, audience. We have temporarily set up camp at the so-named Ravine of Friendship. It is nighttime. My Lord Father and uncles have left camp to gorge on the ripest fruit around. Lord Father has proclaimed that the expedition again will continue tomorrow morn, despite the request for a 3-day deliberation period from the tribe's elder council. Now, Mrs. Mark... Mrs. Mark?
She left. It's about to happen.
Mark!
Yes?
Oh no, she's still there.
Where were you?
Okay, I actually am a little surprised. I thought at this point she would abandon them, so whatever happens can tear them apart. Ooh, also, Josh, thank you very much.
Just looking into the ravine, sir.
They're not in it yet.
Quite deep.
Of course, sir.
It surrounds our perimeter, you know. The lichens should indeed have a hard time coming from just about any direction.
Why would you believe that? Why would you believe people who live here would have a hard time moving through it? Or, you know, he probably doesn't know nearly enough about them at this point, so everything we know about him being an expert later is from later.
Of course, sir.
Nevertheless, you were the one to translate the King's English to, the jungle language, yes?
Sir.
And she's finally getting a little more fed up with them. With him specifically, and honestly, out of all of them, he's the one she's probably had the most contact with. Although if you had the most contact with Elder Fatigue, you probably already killed him by this point.
Yes, that. In our negotiations, how unreasonable would you say these mountain dwellers truly were?
Young Sir Vernon, I would never want to cast doubt on your father's negotiation skills.
I mean, I would also not cast doubt on his skills. And in fact, if you doubt he has them, then that is more generous than he deserves.
But I do believe they had a reasoned argument for stopping this expedition.
What? What does that mean?
You saw the beast with the green claws.
My new asshole is a stark reminder.
Yes.
Those who live here know the beasts.
Oh.
They respect the beast's territory.
Also, I just saw up here, the new song that's playing is Ravine of Friendship. I love how they've custom done every single one of these tracks, and they're so freaking good. I've geeked out multiple times over the music here, and I stand by that geekery because it is perfectly done to fit the mood and just tell you exactly what this is without having to state anything. Because right now we're getting the horrible shit is about to happen, but it's not quite here yet because the beat is still slow. But it's very much drawing down into oh shit levels. Not oh shit, but more oh shit. The intention there is very important.
And are never themselves attacked, but those you lead here, those who entered and got a closer look than you, just merely being present has had them enter this state of
Delirium?
delirium.
Oh, she actually used the right word.
And those who got a closer...
Wait, did delirium be codified in Hunter because of fatigue or fatigue? Or for Vernon? I kind of love if that's actually the internal case here.
look yet are no longer with us. And again, I do not want to cast doubt, but I would suggest perhaps those who live here have a right.
Have a right?
Our right. I mean,
What? How can you be saying this? We're out here to help you. What of your child, Mrs. Mark?
why are you here, Vernon?
Well, Lord Father brought me, but I don't see
Why is she here? Like, they brought her because translator and guide. He said he was here for the kid, but now that I think about it, now it's being pointed out, that actually sounds weird because do we honestly think for a second chronic fatigue would in any way, shape, or form care about a kid? And I'm just going to leave it there because I think across the board, that is an accurate statement.
how my specific purpose is relevant.
Neither is my child's. In the grand scheme of this expedition, only your father's purpose matters.
And what is
But
his
you are not
purpose?
your father, and you need not follow
She's
him.
trying to save him.
Why wouldn't I?
His purpose is not what it seems.
What do you mean? No! What? Gunfire so near the camp?
Come with me.
Where to?
Just follow me.
It just occurred to me that I was thinking he betrayed her betrayed the chantry. Sorry, that's Mage again. The chapter house 50 years ago, which would have been 20 years past here, but I don't know when the recording we're listening to now was made. So if this was made 20 years in the past, so in the 90s, there might have been some indication, but I just don't really know right now.
Put in the next one immediately.
Agreed. Record 10. Taken by nails.
Is going.
Oh. So I'm going to be completely honest. I'm actually surprised their colors are less muted. I thought his being entirely muted was a choice to make him seem more old-timey and highlight the people who are more active in the role. But that apparently is not the case. Also, is that a bandolier? With the 3 slash marks there and... Matilda's family, maybe? Ooh. Oh, shit. Wow. So also, I'm just going to pull these up. So, Scott, one, thank you very much. I mean, Chronic seems to scream big game hunter to you. Think he's there for the wolf. I was kind of assuming that, but bringing his cousin, Warden's uncle, who's in the very distinctly what the hell is this looking get up, makes me think there's something else going on. Goomba, that's it. And Zero. Ooh, and finish it. Josh Compass for the vote. A lazy purple video, please. Sure, man. It's been a while since I've done one of those. I think since the subathon. I have to bring that up. Just remind me, though. Interesting looks, though.
It works. Yes.
Who are you people?
Insurrectionist?
This is a message for the President of the United States.
Was America in the Philippines in the 20s? I know that Japan took it at some point, but I don't actually know about that history time period. Now that I think about it, I know very little about anything prior to World War II. Kind of an overshot on my side.
Punan still lives, and its nails of Christ know the true nature of the demons you import into our lands.
Which might be literal depending on when Pentek's set up, and I have no idea when they're going to have it start being set up.
What? You send hounds of Satan
Yes.
and ungodly magic?
Yes, you kidnap and murder.
You take our children! What? What are you possibly... What was that detonation?
The camp blew up.
Yes! Explosion! Stubborn devil's boss! He will have us overcome you, as he once helped David overcome Saul.
A Christian missionary living here. Also, is anyone else weirded out by the pearls around the neck? And in the ears? I was initially thinking they're probably the Lupa, but no, or the Loop Group, or the Garou, but no, I really doubt it. That seems way more than I expected. Huh.
And for these children,
They are the colony of this pack, yes?
Or she was actually part of the pack the entire time. Ooh, also, Andre, thank you for joining the memberships.
a message for the leaders of your invasion.
We have your children. If you do not return our...
Ghastly cry?
What?
Beast roaring.
Well,
They were not part of the... They were using pack in a general term, not as an actual part of the Garou. These were the insurrectionists they were fighting the entire time. Okay.
bloody hell did that come from?
River surface! Hound! Hound!
Ruthless brutality. Oh yeah, the Garou's here. No, that doesn't look like a Garou. Unless it's going full dog form. Oh. Oh, he had his eye taken out. Oh god, we just saw that. Oh, and Andre, thank you very much for going to the Goatee of Moderate Evil membership level. Thank you, man. Thank you also for the distraction from... Oh god, his eye just came out.
Werewolf. Yeah.
I can't imagine anything else. What the hell is going on in these recordings?
Look more like a dog face,
Who are
though.
these nails of Christ?
I'm familiar with them from my own time in the Philippines.
Oh, they were still around?
They're a religious hunter organization operating throughout Southeast Asia.
They were a hunter organization. So are they just hunters? Were they hunters at this time period? No, they were. They mentioned things that would line up, and it's in here. Huh. So it's kind of like how there's internal politics in every faction. There was internal politics in hunters, which, honestly, I was under the impression they weren't organized enough for internal politics to really happen between chapter houses, other than awareness that they exist.
With origins in the Philippines. They target supernatural threats that come to prey from the vantage point of privilege. Like those detestable ticks that would traffic humans from these countries.
But then, why would they target the Fatigues here?
There could be a myriad of reasons.
Yeah, and the easiest one is probably the Fatigues were getting human capital. And we already know that Chapter House works with some of the darker aspects of the World of Darkness, so that probably wasn't a new thing.
But I care not to guess. I'd rather want to know.
Right. Another
Unless
thing,
there's
though.
something else.
Where did that werewolf come from?
I said river surface. It came from the river surface. Just like...
Like how a man... Well, you are Amanda. Like how Matilda escaped.
Is that another power of theirs?
Oh?
Like how Matilda... Like how a man... Well, you are Amanda. Like how Matilda... Like how a man... Well, you are Amanda. Like how Matilda is...
Is this an instance of Big D losing his, or like showing that he is still crazy on top of acting crazy and forgetting someone's name? contrivance to how earlier he got her name wrong, but clearly knew it because he immediately used the correct one without being corrected? Or is this one of those little hints of he knows something we don't know, and we're just not being told?
Like how a man...
Now, is she going because he got the name wrong, or because he just said something he wasn't supposed to know, but he knows it, and he made a mistake? It's such an odd little inclusion. And I can't tell if it's just to show that he's making a mistake and not thinking about it because his mind's somewhere else, or because we're just missing something. Ah, yeah, overthinking Airier incoming. I don't know what you're talking about, Josh. I never do that.
Well, you are, Amanda. Like how Matilda escaped.
Well, I will defend myself in saying the one time we got into his head, he does overthink things even more than I do. So looking into his every word is probably not the wrong way to do it.
Is that another power of theirs?
I can shed some light on this, as it is not only the Garou who dabble in... Well... Before anything, no, this knowledge is not for the faint of heart.
But you're telling Matilda?
I'm not leaving. I want to, but
Oh.
I've stayed for this long.
That you have, recruit. Your fortitude is to be commended.
And there it is, actually making a point. Yeah.
But this
She's
might
now a
just
hunter.
be the most trying subject yet. And son-in-law,
Yes?
all of what I just said goes for you, too. This information is existential in nature. It cannot be unknown.
What part?
I do not care. Anything to save him.
The Umbra.
Also, I'm getting the name wrong? Yeah, but me getting a name wrong is normal. It actually is weird when I get it right. I'm actually surprised when I do that.
It is no mere dream. When the light of cognition perceives physical reality, a shadow is cast. And that shadow reality is the Umbra. That is, in part, how it works.
In part?
And even then, this is just how we make sense of it.
It is entirely metaphysical in nature, then.
Indeed. It follows no law that we can understand. Formed, at least in part, of thoughts, emotions, abstract immateria. Perhaps it is something along the lines of a signal. Not unlike a radio.
I just realized there's people or beings in this, and I'm not entirely sure where one begins and the other ends. Because, like, here is obvious. Here we kind of think there's one. This might be a person over here, which I'm covering. But then it's like, is that a person or a tree with a person's mask? And I can see why this is mind-breaking, because they're intentionally doing a really good job of writing art that is really, really weird. And I do think writing the art rather than painting is the best way to describe it right now.
Untraceably emitting information from our minds into this meta-experiential
Skull over
shadow.
here with arms from a
Either
tree
as
limb.
some kind of palpable byproduct, or even integral part of the brain's biochemical process. All signals connecting everything in our shared experience of reality in ways we cannot fully see or hear or sense with our limited
Skeletal stegosaurus with some meat on it.
perception. But even then, that is still only guesswork. Here is where the animist ways of the Garou originate. Much like druids or faefolk who worship the world spirit. They have this connection to the Umbra that we cannot even perceive. Like those shrimp who see colors that our brains cannot
Oh,
register.
yeah, I know about those ones.
And so, trying to explain the Umbra to you is not possible for me. You'll have to experience it for yourself if you want to know. But you are not ready.
Yeah.
I am ready for...
No, son-in-law. Even the Garou fear and respect the Umbra.
You know, I'm just going to call it right now. Kitten's going to be fine. Not in, like, general, but, like, if he goes into the Umbra, he's probably the one character I expect who would be able to make that work. I mean, Big D technically could probably do it, but I think if anyone is going to go in there and come out completely unscathed, it would probably be Kitten. Just because I think anyone in the Hunter the Parenting crew killing Kitten or doing severe damage to him, other than emotional, would be one of those, yeah, we're not doing that moments. Unless I'm very much misreading it, I think they'd be more likely to kill off Big D than Kitten.
I have greater fears.
You are...
Cool.
Yes, but foolish. Let us
Very
instead
foolish.
discuss this more practically. What can we know about the Umbra and Matilda's use of it? Well, for one, Matilda did enter the Umbra through the reflection on that puddle. It is possible to enter the Umbra in many ways. Occam, for one. Did you know his pendant allows him access into the Umbra?
Oh,
His pendant?
Does
really?
he use it?
Of course not. Too dangerous. But it does give me... I'll discuss that with Occam. In either case, it was also through the Umbra that wolves are able to use many of their abilities. The
Really?
abstract and lawless nature of the Umbra often has a terrible effect on the material world.
I'm wondering how much of Marauders and Mage are just people repackaging the Umbra from Werewolf. I mean, probably literally, but I know it went... White Wolf created World of Darkness starting with Vampire, then Werewolf, and I think Mage came after that. And I would really love to see just how much of the Marauders lore was just the initial writers going, what would the Umbra look like if made on reality? And just went, Marauders. I have no idea, but it kind of sounds like that. Just absurd insanity.
So, the ghosts, or, spirits you mentioned. Is this shadow reality where they live?
Bingo bongo! And those with the know-how can channel the spirits that exist in the Umbra. By acting as a bridge between the Umbra and the material world, they're able to emit the effects of the spirits.
Also, when I mentioned the Marauder thing, I don't mean like bringing the Umbra in. I mean like being their own realm of insanity kind of situation. Like being their own Umbra.
Power to wondrous or terrible effect.
Then why don't we learn how?
You think you could just learn that?
I am willing to do anything.
No. Learning that will take too much time. It will demand a stranger's aid.
Oh.
And it involves too much tampering with the Umbra for a mind such as yours.
Oh. Knowing why he can't do it means he knows how it could be done, so... Yeah, that does confirm Big D's powers do include getting to the Umbra. Or at least knowing about it enough to know how to deal with it. Let's see how far that goes.
I cannot stand being without him like this! I will do anything!
Son-in-law! All these feelings, this morbid grit emitting from your mind, they too become spirits in their own right.
Oh, what does that matter?
They would be
These
mad and try and kill
spirits,
you.
The spirits of your own suffering, the suffering of others, the suffering of the world. It, in an amalgamate cesspool of evil, hatred, dogma, and despotism, growing and boiling over with malevolent sentience, it comes for us. It is an evil spiral that grows ever deeper. Even now, as they gnaw at your soul, they want more, and they would eat you whole should they get the chance. And I do mean that literally, should they make it back with you into our reality.
Oh, the spirits can cross over. I was unaware of that part. I figured being in, oh god, this is not real land would make it less likely to become real. Apparently, if they do cross over, they will take a bite out of you. Okay, that is good to know. Wait, what was that?
Take it back with you into our reality. And they...
There is no way that was a coincidence. Like, talking about how they will take a bite out of you if you come back to our reality, and then right as he said that, but right before he says anything else, you hear the fly. That does kind of say it. I mean, we already knew it was a spirit of some type. Now, is it what they initially thought it could be? Is like, oh, this is Vernon Fatigue's soul as a wraith helping out? Or is it the worm sending his spirit emissaries to fuck people over?
Everywhere. Why? Because the world is bad. Do you understand?
The fly keeps going, getting louder. I think I know which side I'm going to believe on.
I think I'd rather not exist in this reality anymore.
What are you saying now?
Amanda.
I mean, that is basically what most people, when they look at this, think, right?
My parents chose not to. They couldn't stand this reality. As someone without a place or chance. And that was them facing mundane things.
You're right.
So her parents... Fuck, man.
Maybe they were right. I cannot
Also, is it just me or are there a lot more flies in the background right now?
stand to be all alone
That
again.
is a lot of
Are
flies.
there actually monsters under the bed?
Alone with demons.
Oh, it's actually getting darker. Oh no, that's actually the cloud of flies. This is literally the worm. That is not Vatigu. I know they speculated that it could be him using the flies as a representation as a wraith, but no, it is not. We are literally looking at the cycle of spirits eating on someone right now, but on the physical manifestation.
Are there demons?
Nothing worked anymore.
Can I be possessed?
I was possessed
What?
with guilt,
Oh.
hatred.
No, I'm not already.
I was too young to be so alone.
What did he do?
Nothing works anymore.
Future was buried with them.
Is there a god?
There are no good
I
gods.
will judge my whole life, my every action, my every thought.
Future is buried with them.
Am I going to hell?
I will be buried with
Will I get murdered in my bed and suffer infinite torture?
Stop this now!
Good.
Marcus will live!
Yeah, I see the spiral. The worm. That is obvious for the flies of the emissary. And that was probably why they were given the sign by the fly going into her throat to find it. Because it led to that spiral where it can directly fuck with them. Because they knew just a little bit more.
You will live. You will not go to any hell. And I will teach you to strangle gods and demons and monsters with your bare hands. The world may be bad, but the hunter's way, my way, is to make it better, even if it so involves a few righteous murders. Now get up and give me your war cries! Now! There you go! Drown this sort of facility
Goddamn, Big T.
in bouts of adrenaline! It will be all we survive on in the coming hours. Vatigu wishes to teach us more.
Oh, goddamn.
And we will listen. Next, we may just learn how to best survive our encounter. Because the next record here, it's called A Werewolf Defeated. Shall we learn?
Yes, sir!
God damn. Okay. I freaking love Big D, man. Sorry, I have a massive weakness to characters like Big T just described himself as right now. There's two types of fiction when it comes to shit realities. It's either things are good, but you know they're about to get worse. The guy who wrote Elf Song, and he did an entire series set in normal time, like A Night of the Word, where it was, I know things are going to get horrible, but I will try and fight them off. And that's one way to do fiction, but I hate that the most. But then there's others where it's apocalyptic, everything's horrible, but there's always a chance to get better, and sometimes I think that is my absolute favorite reality to look at. Even if it's objectively worse, I prefer characters like Big D because it's like, fuck this, we're doing it anyways. I just, goddamn, I love this freaking guy.
It's empty, filled with murder.
Good! And you tell me if you're feeling death-driven again. I'll make you perform my most devious self-care methods. The one involving the cobra!
Yes.
What?
Thank you.
Wait, does he know what that is?
This needs to be recorded.
Record 2. Or
You
11.
may have heard previously was me, Mrs. Mark, and Pascal, kidnapped by insurrectionists. The
Yeah.
cliff face we had our camp on was rigged with explosives. The tribesmen conspired with the insurrectionists, and so many are dead. We are the only ones left. I do not know where my father is, nor
Why do I not like that phrase? One, because I doubt for a second he's dead. Partially because it would be massively unsatisfying for such a very antagonistic force in the show to become just gone. It's unsatisfying at its extreme not to have either someone take care of it, but to also have it happen off camera with guns in the background, and also the general usage factor when it comes to most fiction of if you don't see the body, it ain't dead. And even if it is, the author could always take some chance to just say, oh, and here they are. So that's probably going to come up. It also means that when they come back, it'll be full-on antagonists instead of just dickish antagonists.
my uncles.
How many uncles did he have?
We escaped
Only Goomba.
by the grace of God, for a horror came out of the jungle. A lycanthrope of the worst fashion I have ever seen. It came for the insurrectionists and slaughtered them all.
Because they did the bomb. And they probably didn't like that.
But we escaped, though Pascal was hurt by it.
Yeah.
He lost his eye. So callously, it tore his eye out before we ran. He sleeps now. We put him under with what we had. But that demon, I fear it might still be here somewhere.
Someone just found it.
Father! Warning, my lad!
Ah, hell.
Warning! Oh, my boy! My boy, he's safe!
Gonna be completely surprised here. I did not expect him to say that first. I did not expect him to actually say anything about my boy being safe. I was expecting him to say, they destroyed our stuff.
Praise God to see you, Warning. How fare you, my son? Father, the insurrectionists, they took us. But a lichen fiend killed them. We escaped. Fortuitous. Neither I nor your uncles were harmed in the blast. We did not die. I might also report.
How many uncles did he have there? Because we've seen Goomba, but that... I know he's supposed to look like a proxy to Krieg and Krieg are all clones. I'm kind of wondering just how many identical uncles he has.
The leaders of the mountain dwellers all lie dead.
What happened?
They were murdered by a lichen.
No, they weren't.
He let the gate sit open. After us, his messengers were so callously thrown out. And like a fox in a chicken coop, the lichen merely followed its nature.
She probably knows that's not a real truth, yeah, huh? I'm getting distinct she's a lichen vibes. Maybe a glasswalker who's just trying to see what happens, but I don't entirely know.
Yes, a regular Sodom and Gomorrah. Savages killing savages. But, hunters that we are, we found the lichen, and we brought it down. What? You did? Come, let me show you.
I do have a feeling they brought it down by trying to attack the people they were defending.
Let us find out. Turn the record.
What? Oh, yeah, you turn records upside down to play the reverse side. Yep, I legitimately just completely forgot that that's a thing you could do. Yeah.
Radio audience, this truly is the find of the millennium. A lichen
What?
captured
Huh?
by my Lord Father.
How?
Keeping her down was not easy. Goomba was with us, may he rest in peace. But his faith was true. This true faith compelled the lichen, shackled it, held it in place for us to stake it with spikes of silver.
What? How?
You may note the lichen's corrupt humors as it grows lost limbs again and again.
How many
The
feet?
speed of its recovery can be halted. A lichen can survive even without its head.
Really?
Damage it enough, and the rate at which its flesh returns will not keep up. And silver, the Lord's pure word in material form. It stabs into the flesh of the lichen, and true wounds are shaped. Ones it cannot heal, ones that can kill it.
I'm gonna be honest here. I feel we're missing a lot of context because he didn't seem strong enough to do any of what he just described. Ooh, also Scott. I'm gonna pull this up quickly. And it'd be nice if that actually was working. One. So spirits of suffering and despair are called banes. Oh, that's what they are. They serve the worm. Yeah, that makes sense. If they get into the material world, they try to possess people consumed by those emotions. One of them probably tried to do that to Amanda and Kitten. So that was a direct interaction of a bane. Probably the spirit that was the representation of the flies around them. And Cosmic. Thing is, it doesn't matter what you believe in with true faith, just so long as you damn well have faith in it. Yeah. Unwitting growl.
It shifts its shape like water flows. Wolf, man-wolf, human.
Pitiful
He's
squirming.
injected with the heaviest possible dose.
They
of
drugged the werewolf. Oh, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
Deliberate. Her claws. They are green.
This creature is not the culprit.
Are they missing one?
He did not take my child.
Oh. Now, is she being honest here, or is she trying to do something because he's pissing her off majorly?
How do you know?
The culprit had no claws. The one that took her had slouching skin. Human hands.
Human hands?
How? Oh, like a war form, or... Wait, we saw two different forms of wolf. The one that attacked them in the first place, in the very first encounter, and this one, which looked more like a dog, now that I think about it.
What did I tell you? Even these fools could jimmy a werewolf.
That brings some comfort.
Is there anything in the tome regarding a werewolf's form, son-in-law?
I feel we're missing how they subjugated this thing. I think if we had more information about that, we'd get a lot more answers.
Yes, there is. Shape shifting.
I mean, that would be the... Kind of surprised it didn't come up sooner.
There's a whole section here exploring the concept of the lichen as a shifter. Its ability to shift between several very anthropic morphal states.
Those are words. Those are definitely words.
Different forms, to be clear. I've witnessed the Garou shift between 3 forms, as mentioned by the Elder Fatigan. The human form,
Why does that face look familiar? It's probably not important.
the wolf form, and of course,
The war form.
the hulking, vicious war form.
Those are not human hands.
Matilda did seem to have a 4th wolfman form. Very similar to the humanimal type vampire.
Rocking wild sideburns and Ape Boy's memory.
There's an ape boy?
R.I.P. Ape Boy.
Oh my god. Did they act... Oh my god, they actually... I know that a lot of the initial vampires were fan favorites, and they just really outed themselves on exactly which one was theirs other than Kevin.
You does note the existence of at least 3 forms, potentially 4, reaffirming the Wolfman form idea. Potentially even 5 with a theoretical direwolf form, and maybe even 6 forms as suggested by what is considered a fringe scholar in the field.
Oh?
Claiming to have seen a wolf with human feet.
I'm going to be completely honest. If this was ever an option for the Garou, I would understand why they would never acknowledge it. This is just embarrassing. Like, this is something you get, and then you are teased about forever.
I believe it featly, deeply.
He also cites other scholars who believe there are no such thing as modal forms, but rather a
Sliding spectrum?
diapason of variable states, ranging a full, gradual spectrum between the
So it's not
wolf
form, it's
and
more just
the
how
human
far in
morphal
one direction to
states.
the other. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
What, son-in-law?
There have been reports of not only the classical wolf shifters.
Also, I'm being told by Martin, who is the DM for the Mage Guy Madman, that is a flaw you could take. Huh. Oh, that is just embarrassing. Like, unironically, you would choose to do that to yourself and take that as a willing flaw? Like, if it's inflicted, sure, but damn, that's just... At some point, you're like, well, I am no longer a Garou, because this will never be brought up and it will never happen again.
But also those that take shapes more similar to dogs, bears, and, as he can personally attest,
Badger.
Large cats. Holy shit! Does that explain the myriad of stories about big cats here in Norfolk? There have been alleged sightings of panthers and pumas and other large felines like...
Big D's face right now. Like, he's just looking at him going, oh, so you have found an interesting idea, son-in-law. I wonder what Kitten would ever have to do with that.
folklore going back as far as medieval times.
I can confirm the existence of the cat shifter.
You can?
Yes. In fact, I'm more familiar with these werecats than I am with werewolves, funnily enough. Less, extreme danger in proceedings. What?
Are we actually going to get an answer to this? Oh, sure. Are we actually going to get an answer to this? Also, I'm just looking at chat going, cat girls confirmed. Oh, dear God.
What's more, I've also been witness to were-ravens, were-sharks, were-spiders.
Spiders?
I'm with her on this one.
No. Fuck off.
What? How does that even work?
Son-in-law, how does
best you don't ask?
time work? Because I don't think it does.
So, will the rescue operation...
On the face, it's obviously crazy what he said. On the other hand, not in universe, but IRL, time is wibbly wobbly, timey wimey piles of bullshit as it is. So for all we know, he could unironically be correct IRL. We know things moved, but that's about the extent of it. So yeah, who knows?
For Marcus have to deal with both werewolves and werecats, though?
As far as I know, they usually do not commingle. Much like the funny cats versus dogs filmograph.
But
Well,
filmogram?
on the topic, Fatigue says, whilst rejected by the scholarly consensus on the subject, he has personally witnessed peaceful interactions between lycanthropes and Ailuranthropes in
What?
the East Anglian territories.
I know we're probably going to get an answer to that, but I'm just trying to think. Ailuranthropes. I almost want to say plant person, but I have no idea what that is.
Right, yeah. Cats
I wonder if
and
there's
dogs
plant wares.
living together is mass hysteria.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure she just did a meme.
do not think we have to worry.
Why?
The werecats in Norfolk are... You know, maybe I'm just wrong.
You're doing this right now?
It is simply irrelevant. What?
And that's as far as I needed to go. A confirmation that Kitten is a werecat. They hide it very well. I never would have guessed.
is more relevant here is that other notable thing
So
established.
why doesn't he know that?
They managed to defeat one. So let us
they?
collate our details on killing werewolves. And indeed, it is good to remember. Silver. Wits. That must be our way forward.
That reminds me. Back during our talk in the kitchen, you mentioned a compact with the moon. I take it that it has more to do with the spirit of the moon than the actual physical moon.
Maybe.
Of course. There is a connection between the spirit Luna and the wolves, just as there is between the world spirit and the wolves. Luna and the wolves.
Yeah, can you imagine if the wolves from Luna, connected to Luna, would be doing things? You know, sometimes it's like, okay, the connections between Hunter the Parenting and If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device aren't so blatant, and you can see that there's different characterizations. But then there's moments like this, you're just sitting here going, ah, hello, Horace. Except Horace isn't there. He's a horse now. But it's just that little shout out. And all you're thinking is, yeah, I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Just as there is between the world spirit and the wolves. But what exactly that connection
They were laughing when they wrote that line.
is hard to grasp. As with everything umbral, there is no hard set truth. It lies not within the purview of human perception, but it is, at the same time, a reality, and it is there for them and us to use.
I mean, as the Chronic guy said, the wolves can be killed with silver.
Except he didn't kill that wolf yet. He restrained it with a lot of drugs. And frankly, if they're still alive, I'm wondering how much he was trying. Also, I don't believe what he's saying in the slightest, because the werewolf killing all the locals, I don't get the impression that's the case. I really don't.
What does that mean?
I believe it is the only real way to kill a werewolf. Past, perhaps, launching them into a volcano.
Would that work?
Unless...
We have no volcanoes here in Norfolk, so
Are they going to grab someone from maybe another Norfolk?
Silver will have to do.
There are no volcanoes in Norfolk.
But
What does that mean?
I thought you had lived here all your life.
I have!
That you erupt with their propaganda.
Who is they?
Big Hill, of course. Next.
It is here.
okay, I'm just going to ask because I'm not British. Are there Norfolk volcanoes? They're just small? I mean, if they have geothermal events, technically that would be the precursor to a volcano, and we have those in America. Not just Mountain Hills, but like, what was it, the park? Not Gettysburg Park. The big one in the Middle West. Yeah, whatever.
That I shall chronicle my experimentation with Timothy Leary's newfangled dream liquid.
What?
Here I go.
Oh god.
Oh, I just remembered who Timothy Leary is. Yellowstone's the one I was looking for. Yep, that would. And also, yeah, he's just getting visions. Yep, that would do it.
Sorry. Wrong one.
Oh no, that was the right
Here.
one.
This is the one.
Also, I'm just looking at Big D's face going, I know, I use it too. Oh my god. Oh man, you can really say that guy was on a trip. It's probably a bad time even. And the shit-eating grin on his face. Oh my god.
Here.
Oh, this one's labeled Oculus Imperion.
And that is where I'm going to have to stop this one, because I know for a fact I could binge watch the entire rest of the video in one go. And honestly, I would love that. But I think if there's a time period to stop right now, it's right there, because we've got probably the best way to reduce tension right there, which is probably the point they put in that little Timothy Leary, an older Fatigue, experimenting with drugs that were at the time legal because they weren't made illegal yet. If I go any further, though, it'll just be all of the fuck. But we do have to do other things. Well, I really want to do more of this, man. So just, you guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. And don't Google in public who Timothy Leary is or what the dream juice might be, because that puts you on a watch list. Or, joking aside, it probably doesn't, because who actually gives a damn at this point? But just don't do it in public, man. People will ask, oh, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.